Welcome to i3's Tech channel where learning is made easy. In this video tutorial, we will be focusing on the CMS Configurations module. i3 CMS Configuration module allows for easy and detailed domain administration, including site and user administration, LDAP setup, PBM configuration and specialty feature configuration such as thermal screening and social distancing configuration. Configurations menu consists of Site administration, Users administration, Company administration, PBM setup, Thermal screening and social distance alert. Note that depending on your CMS privileges and licensing, you may not be able to see all these options. In this video we will focus on the first three options only. Site administration, User administration and Company administration. PBM, thermal screening and social distance alert configuration will be covered in separate modules. Let's go through the first three options, one by one. Under Site Administration, let's take a closer look at the Site subsection. Sites menu allows you to organize all SRX Pro NVRs into groups, sites and regions, depending on your organization's structure and preferences. The sites list configured in this section determines the tree list structure used in other CMS modules, such as Dashboard, Site Info, and Business Insights. To expand the region and site lists, click on the plus sign. In this example, Region 1 has two sites, Test Site 1 and Test Site 2. SRX Pro version 7 is the SRX Pro server assigned to Test Site 1. By creating sites and regions, you will be able to organize your i3 servers into an easy-to-manage list. To create a new region, click on the root item in the sites list. In this example, it is i3 International. Click the Add button and select Add Region from the drop-down menu. The site structure is very flexible, you can assign multiple regions to the root folder as well as to other regions. Sites are added to regions, and multiple NVR servers can be assigned to each site. For easy sorting, sites and regions can be dragged and dropped into a new position in the tree list. Sites can be added to any region. To create a new site, click on a region to select it, then click Add and select Add Site in the drop-down menu. In the new site window, type in site name and select one or more NVRs in the Serial NVR drop-down menu and click Add. All CMS-enabled i3 servers connected to your CMS domain will be available in the Serial NVR drop-down menu. Servers are identified by their server ID, which is found in the SRX Pro Setup Server Information tab. To connect the i3 server to your CMS domain, enter the CMS connection information into the Communications tab. After adding one or more NVRs to the site, select one or more users that will have access to this site. We will discuss user administration in the next section. Select the goal name from the drop-down list if one is already pre-configured. Enable or disable download alert image and download video permissions. These permissions apply to CMS features such as Smart ER and Alert Center and can be disabled per site. Finally, fill out address, manager, financial and security sections if desired, to organize and keep all important information about a site in one place. When done, click Save. Use the control buttons at the top to add additional regions or sites, and to edit or delete existing regions and sites from the list. Now, let's look at the goal type submenu. Goals created in this menu can then be assigned to sites as we've seen earlier in the video. To add a new goal, click Add. In Goal Type window, type in the goal name. Next, complete goal values that you would like to track and that are meaningful to your organization, such as conversion rate, total sale amount, opportunity, etc. Goal metrics can be tracked by running a day at-a-glance report in the Business Insights. Once you have entered all the goal indicators, click Save. Your newly created goal can now be assigned to any new or existing site. Let's now move on to User Administration section. In order to create new users most efficiently, we'll first start with the Groups submenu. To create a new user group, click the Add button. Fill out group name and description fields first. Next, select CMS modules that the members of the group will have access to. In this example, access to administration and SRX Pro administration modules is restricted for the new store owners group. Finally, if you already have a list of users, you can choose to assign them to this new group in this screen from the list on the right-hand side. Otherwise, we'll see how to assign a new user to the previously created group later in the video. Click Save when you're done. Your new group has been added to the list. Use the control buttons at the top to add additional user groups, and to edit or delete existing groups. Note that 2 default user groups can only be edited but cannot be deleted. If you would like to specify job title for each new CMS user, create all job titles before creating new users. To create a new job title, click on Job Titles and click Add. In Add Job Title window, enter the job title name. You can use this option to divide the users into teams or groups based on their responsibilities, shifts, etc. Select one of the color swatches to represent your new job title. The circle in that color will appear around the new user's image in the users list, as you will see in the next video segment. Enter the job title description and click Save when done. Now, let's create a new user. Note that only administrator users can add new users. Click on Users submenu and click Add. Fill out the Add User form. Fields with the red asterisk are mandatory and cannot be skipped. Add user photo if desired by clicking Change Photo button. Enter user's first and last name and email address. If your organization subscribes to i3's Health Pass, you can tick the Receive Health Pass email option for this user. Enter username and password, re-enter password in the Confirm Password field. Select user group from the drop-down menu that will determine which CMS modules the user will have access to. If you need to create a new user group, you can click the plus sign next to the group name drop-down menu and create the user group without interrupting your new user registration. Expiry date for new users is set for 1 year from the current date. Click on the calendar icon to change the expiry date as required. Employee ID is an automatically generated number. You can leave it as is, or enter a unique employee ID. Complete the optional details, such as job title, telephone number, and notes. Depending on the color selected in the job title configuration, the matching color circle will be shown around the employee picture of the avatar. Finally, in the right-hand side, select all regions and sites that the user will have access to. Expand the region tree lists by clicking the plus sign next to each one to select specific sites only. To give access to all regions and sites, click the checkbox of the root tree list item. In this case, it's I3 International. Note that permissions are granted at a site or the region level, which means that access is granted to all NVRs assigned to a site or all NVRs contained in a region. Click Save when finished. New user is added to the list. Note the red outline around the user's picture indicates Cashier Demo. Shift 1 is the job title. The final option in the user's administration menu is Statistic Log. Statistic Log is a visual report showing the CMS usage based on the date and user. Access to different CMS modules is recorded and can be sorted by username or date. This report will show you at a glance which CMS modules are being used regularly or more frequently by different CMS users. Just like with many other CMS reports, you can configure the timeframe for the Statistic Log visual report by adjusting the start and end date at top of the screen. Next, select one or more users in the Select User drop-down menu. Finally, set the report frequency to hourly, daily, weekly or monthly and click Search. Color-coded user activity bar graph report will be shown. The report can also be exported to Excel by clicking the Export to Excel icon next to Search. Company Administration menu is divided into Fiscal Year, Company Settings and LDAP Settings submenus. Fiscal Year submenu allows changing the organization's fiscal year dates. Important: this step should only be done once, during the initial CMS domain setup. Changing the fiscal year dates will affect all previously collected data and will impact the accuracy of any Business Insights reports. Ensure you have the correct fiscal year information before making any changes to this setting. Company Settings menu allows changing the company name and company logo, as well as setting the maximum number of recording day. Click Save after making any changes. Finally, LDAP Settings menu allows connecting CMS to your organization's lightweight directory access protocol with your organization's credential policy. This setup section must be completed by your IT administrator. By linking your organization's LDAP with the CMS domain, your IT administrator will be able to easily revoke NVR access through i3's Video Pilot client for any LDAP user. i3's Video Pilot client allows to import connection information for all CMS-connected NVRs at once. This approach ensures that all users have access to the most up-to-date list of servers, as well makes the process of adding NVR servers to VPC fast and easy. To add all CMS-connected NVRs to a user's local Video Pilot client software, hover over the Add Server tile and click on CMS Server. Enter the domain name, dynamic IP address, as well as your LDAP credentials. Click Save. Your LDAP account credentials will determine which i3 servers will be added to your VPC. Make sure to update your password in the CMS server connection settings whenever your LDAP password changes. Click Save to apply any changes. This concludes our CMS configuration video tutorial. PDM setup, thermal screening and social distancing alert features will be covered in a series of separate training videos. Thank you for watching.